Hello again, girls and boys, and welcome to today's math lesson. We are on topic 1-6, and remember, our chapter question, if you haven't memorized it yet, is what are strategies for finding addition and subtraction facts? Last week, we started talking a little bit about subtraction. We're going to talk more about it today. And our essential question for today is, how can I use addition to help me subtract quickly and accurately? Accurately means without making mistakes. So let's look at this here. It says, how can you use an addition fact to find 14 minus 6? And it says here, use counters to help show how. Actually, I'm going to show you a couple of different strategies, how we can use addition to help us find 14 minus 6. Well, one way is we can use our number line. And what were some of the strategies that we learned in addition? We learned how to count on, and we learned how to count back. Okay, and these can be used for addition or subtraction. So for 14 minus 6, we would start at 14 and we would go back 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that would bring us to what number? Bring us to an 8. Or we could go with the counting on strategy. And when we count on, this was count back. When we count on, we start with the smaller number. The smaller number was the 6. And we would keep going until we get to 14. And we just count the spaces that it takes to get there. So let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So whether we count on or count back, we're going to get the same answer. 14 minus 6 equals 8. The number line is just one of our strategies. Well, it's one of our tools. Counting back and counting on are two of our strategies. We could do something else. We could just use counters like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, we have 14 and minus 6. It means we're subtracting 6. We're pulling 6 away. So if we pull 6 away, what do we have left? We have 8. Okay, so we can use whatever tools we've been given. There's another way we could do it. If we know our fact families are super useful. 14 minus 6 is the problem. It's the same as this addition problem. 6 plus something equals 14. If we know our addition fact families, and 6 plus 8 is almost like a near doubles fact. Remember, 6 plus 6 was 12. 6 plus 7, we practiced adding 1 and having a near doubles fact. Well, this is one step more than that. If we know our fact families, we can figure it out and we'll still get that answer. 14 minus 6 is 8 and 6 plus 8 is 14. And the fact family are these three numbers, 14, 6, and 8. And if we complete it, 14 minus 6 is 8. 14 minus 8 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. there's our commutative property, right? Because we can add in any order. And if we look at our fact family, there's a 14, there it is again, there it is again, and there it is again. And there's our 6, and there's the 6 for this one, and a 6, and a 6 again. And 8 is also in each of these. Okay, so if we know our fact families, that's another way we can figure this out. And because we learn addition fact families before we learn subtraction, we can use the addition ones to help us figure out the subtraction. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on.
Find 15 minus 7. How can you use addition to help you do subtraction? One way to subtract is to think about addition. To find 15 minus 7, you can think 7 plus how many more is 15, or 7 plus equals 15. How could you get from 7 plus equals 15 to 15 minus 7 equals? Let's think about it. 7 plus equals 15 is the addition fact that uses the same numbers as the subtraction fact. What can you say about the missing numbers?
Select your answer.
The missing number is the same in both number sentences. How do you know it is the same number? Because the addition and subtraction facts are related. They use the same three numbers. What is the missing number? The missing number is 8. You know the addition fact. The addition fact is 7 plus 8 equals 15. So you also know the subtraction fact. The subtraction fact is 15 minus 7 equals 8. Explain in your own words how addition and subtraction are related. One way is if you know an addition fact, you also know its related subtraction fact. Is there another addition fact that relates to 15 minus 7 equals 8? Yes, there is another addition fact. What is it? Another addition fact is 8 plus 7 equals 15. Now you know how to use addition facts to help you learn subtraction facts.
Okay, so they showed you about fact families, right? If you know your addition facts, that 7 plus 8 equal 15, and 8 and 7 are 15. If you know those facts, you'll be able to figure out the subtraction pretty easy. If you don't have your facts memorized yet, that's okay. Remember, you have counters, you have a number line, okay? You have other tools that you can use. Okay, so now we're looking in your book, topic 1-6, okay? And this is the guided practice. And it says at the top, think addition to help you subtract. Number 1 says 6 minus 4 equals what? And it shows us the answer, 2. 4 plus 2 equals 6. So 6 minus 4 equals 2. Well, let's take a look at this little number line here. Okay, 6 minus 4, if we don't know it, 6 minus 4, we can do our count back strategy. Okay? If we count back 4 steps, because it's 6 minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's 4 spaces, 4 steps that we had to take to get to 2. Okay? So 6 minus 4 equals 2. And we also know our fact family now. Okay? Because we can also say that 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay? So what I want you to do is try the same thing for numbers 2, 3, and 4. You can use your number line. You can use whatever other tools you have. Okay? But in each of these, there are only 3 different numbers, and you have 2 of them. Okay? All right. And then, looking at page 27, you have basically the same thing. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 have the equations stacked vertically, going from top to bottom. That's okay. That's actually how we're going to be doing most of our math very soon. We're not going to be doing these horizontal sideways equations for much longer. Okay, so for 5 to 13, you're doing the same thing. And then down here it says higher order thinking, which means you've got to use a little extra brain power. Write a related addition fact to complete the subtraction fact. So for number 14, it says 11 minus something equals 5. Once you figure out what that something is, take those 3 numbers and make an addition fact using only those 3 numbers. And you're going to do that for 14, 15, and 16. Does that make sense? Okay. And then on page 28, number 17 says reasoning. Kate, that means trying to make sense. Kate had 6 pens. She got 5 more pens from John. How many pens does Kate have in all? So now write the equation. Make sure you include the numbers, and don't forget this really important part here. Use the proper sign. Are you going to put a plus sign or a minus sign in there? Also, don't forget to write the answer on this line also. All of the blanks have to be filled in. Then for number 18, reasoning again. John had 11 pens. He gave 5 pens to Kate. How many pens does John have now? So you're doing the same type of thing here. You're going to fill this in. Be sure to include the sign and the blank at the bottom. Number 19, higher order thinking. Here we go again. Write a subtraction story using the numbers 18 and 10. Then write an addition fact that can help you solve the problem in your story. Ooh, okay, this is going to be a little difficult. Okay, you don't have to write a story, but you can draw a picture. But I want you to come up with a math equation that uses 18 and 10. Okay, so show me something that has subtraction with 18 and 10. And then at the bottom, all the way down here, show me something that has addition using 18 and 10. And finally, number 20, this is assessment practice. Pam has 16 cherries. She eats 7 cherries. Which addition fact can help you find how many cherries Pam has left? Think about it. If you really don't know, just put a question mark on there. Okay, if no one can help you, just put a question mark on there. It's okay, just so I can see that you looked at it. Okay, but just try if you can to answer it. And if it's wrong, that's okay. There's no problem. This isn't a test, this is practice. Okay? Now, boys and girls, your homework, and this is really important, your homework is pages 27 and 28. Don't forget this. When I ask for pages to be turned in, I want to see these completed to the best of your ability. That's it. The end.